day, good people. It's another fine day in the year of the Vibrant. Toon Link Dave, Bravo Dave, and Almina McCarthy is the man who is in the middle of figuring some things out. First and foremost, we've got a lot of things that you guys can do things with. OC Revolution submissions, they're open. You can submit questions to A for the upcoming Fracture anniversary. There is a vote going on to see what match will be run back at Fracture. And we might have, we might be haunted. That mysterious thing that attacked Tina, which at first I was very much celebrating, I hate to admit it. No I don't. I will gladly admit it. That being said, that creature, or whatever, or whoever it is, phased through the wall in my office and pried the safe off of my wall and disappeared. So I don't know how to deal with this. I'm open to suggestions. That's where I am at this point. I don't love the sound or sight or idea of Ghost, but we will go on and we will have a great show here tonight. We have our other two quarterfinal matches, and we're about to kick off one and then have one in our semi-main, or in our main. It's in our main. We're capping the show with both. We have Amy Rose in action. We have Chie. Said after the attack last time, she said, oh, I've got Sakura Ogami's number. Hey, go for it, girly. And lastly, we have, and we'll talk about that because they have a little bit of history too. Burnie's said, hey, Yukiko's gonna bring submission wrestling back, and so lo and behold, there's a fatal four-way submission match that will be taking place here tonight. Yukiko will be in it. Burnie said surprise her with the other opponents, so we're gonna do our best to do just that. It's gonna be a crazy match, and hopefully it's not gonna be that crazy of a night. Fingers crossed. Let's keep the show on the road, and let's start with one-on-one. Golden versus who? Unsure. We want to find out right here, right now, as the stars go. Black. It is time, and first, I don't know if you wanted to know, but I just want to know. What is this man going to do to get the job done tonight? How far will he go? That reminds me of that one Moana song. Like, it didn't it like How Far I'll Go or something? How far I'll go or something like that. Anywho, I digress. Golden's gonna have to go as far as he can in the tournament because this is really one of his last chances to really be in not just the well, I guess to be in the title picture going forward into AV Mania. At this juncture in time, Ryoma has his number. Golden wants to go forth and claim victory and claim the AWE Championship. If he doesn't win this tournament, starting with this matchup here tonight, it is going to be an arduous task trying to get to AV Mania for a World Championship. 3 matches is what you've got to win to get into a match with Gin. Single elimination in this tournament. Can he do it? Let's find out. Let's find out who he's going up against first of all. Okay, that's very foreboding. I haven't heard this level of terrifying since the open challenges, since Neru's open challenges. It can't be, right? It's gotta be somebody trolling. It's gotta be like the Ed Boys or something. For real, for real. It's gotta be. Maybe? Those look like some lovely scented candles. What are they? Vanilla? Are they lavender? No, I think they might be death. Oh my gosh, Golden, run. That's Sephiroth. That is one of only 2 people to beat Neru during the Sicko Mode Open Challenge. That means that's someone who rivals AWE's biggest sicko. Oh, Golden, you gotta win. I don't want to see Gin fight Sephiroth. That's terrifying. Oh, boy. Certainly, Golden's got this. I knew that there were contract negotiations going on with this dangerous entity. I kind of had hoped that they hadn't gotten this far yet. I was hoping, you know, maybe it'll be a fun little qualifier for the ladder match at AV Mania, and then Sephiroth, you know, would be in a ladder match, and we'd all be like, okay, well, that's fine. Okay, that's okay. Golden can win. I think if I had to choose 5 people to face Sephiroth who I think could stand a chance, could beat Sephiroth, I honestly believe Golden is in that 5. Golden has pulled off some shock victories in the past. Golden has beaten Gunther. He's one of the few people in the AW who has pinned Gunther. He is technically beaten Amon. He is technically one of the few people in the AWE who has pinned him on. At the end of the day, it is a little concerning though that we have Sephiroth right there. You got some beautiful eyes, but I digress. It's a one-on-one. The winner of this matchup, and look at this, a stare down between these 2 gentlemen, all up in each other's faces and each other's grills. Backing up maybe as a show of respect. Golden jumps off the rope, immediately hits that cutter. Good, stay on him. Golden measured up his opponent, maybe measured up so he could hit that, not stunner, hit that cutter from the springboard. Easy peasy. Drop Sephiroth as well. Come on. Stomped on the arm, Sephiroth back up, and a clothesline doesn't land. Golden with a reversal into a kick. Come on, come on, come on. Into the ropes. And a knee strike sends Sephiroth down. Early doors, Golden is taken down. Sephiroth, and a big kick doesn't land. An elbow drop response by Sephiroth to Golden. Stood right back up. Golden with a reversal kick right to the thigh. Sephiroth able to step back. Went for a discus, it looked like forearm of some nature. And now these 2 are grappling. Sephiroth using that height and weight advantage to just push Golden all the way to the ropes. Jessica trying to separate the 2. And no cheap shot, but instead a punch right to the jaw of Golden. Golden able to reverse things. Sephiroth over the top rope. This is what I'm talking about. These 2 have been going back and forth. And oh my gosh, how did he catch him with that? Golden getting right back up afterwards saying, I can't allow that to keep me down. Powerbomb onto Sephiroth. Sephiroth kicked up like he's 10 inches shorter. And 100 pounds lighter, my God. Drop kick to Golden, we're at a count of 4. Snapping at that arm like you're snapping to a Slim Jim. Reversal right back by Golden. Hey, stay out there for a little bit longer, Golden, and just get a count out victory on Sephiroth. Not for nothing. Yanking at that arm. Count of 7. Throwing Golden back in. This is not going to end by count, at least not right here. Golden able to get back up to his feet. Sephiroth slowly approaching. And a heavy, these are just heavy clubbing blows and a dropping the former All-Star champion right on his neck. Sephiroth, what the heck are you doing? Well, you know what? I was going to say you're not a high flyer. Elbow drop doesn't land. Golden able to roll out of the way. Saves himself some face, and Sephiroth is bloodied. If he can bleed, he can be beaten. You know what I mean? Power. Oh, not a power bomb. Ooh, hold on a minute. Drops the face onto the mat, but also using the LED board to hurt the legs as well. Legs go down on that board. Another reversal by Golden. And it's what we said earlier. Golden is determined to win this thing. Is determined to do whatever he can. Tossed over into the announcer's table. German suplex position reversal right back by Golden. Golden unable to counter at this point. That purple bar is one of the most menacing things in all of this business. Sephiroth tired. Golden tiring Sephiroth out. We're at a count of 6. About to be at a count of 8. No, hold on a minute. Golden, you got to get back up. Come on, come on, come on. Get back in the ring. Get back in the ring. Come on, get there, get there. You made it, you made it, you made it. Good, good. And now we're seeing the striking ability again by Golden. Plucks the leg into an ankle lock. Hold on a minute. But Sephiroth rolling through. I'm sorry. Hold on a minute. That's the Yakuza music. Oh no. Golden wears a mask, but surely Majima, is he gonna attack Sephiroth? No, he's not. What is going on here? Runs in, runs out. Maybe just bought Sephiroth some time to put his hands on Golden there. Sends Golden to the corner. Golden with a reversal clothesline. Sephiroth rolls through, but Golden sends him up and plants Sephiroth down with the knee. Into the pinfall. Majima tried to get his grubby little hands involved in this matchup. Sephiroth kicks out. No resiliency's burned though. There is no resiliency burned at the head of this matchup. Knee strike, counter by Sephiroth, but I do need to point out, especially right now, Golden had the finisher. Sephiroth reversed it. Sephiroth with a reverse on a clothesline to the back of Golden. Stood back up again. This is one of AWE's best, one of AWE's finest, going up against Sephiroth here tonight. Into the corner. Reversal, yeah, reversal by Sephiroth. Surprisingly enough, I didn't think it was a reversal, but now look at this combination. Strikes and heavy hits over there by Sephiroth as the double knees land. Sephiroth has 2 finishers. Sephiroth has 2 finishers, and a knee strike puts Golden down. Not out, but does at the very least put him down for right now. Walking over somewhere. Top rope. Do you have a top rope finisher too? No, he's calling for goal. Oh my gosh, knees! I guess he had a top rope. I was expecting the one-winged angel. 1, 2. Golden has to burn. Oh, no. Golden, you gotta reverse this. If you don't reverse this, this match might be as good as over. He was going for the one-winged angel. Did not land. Golden trying to sneak a roll up here. Keep in mind, Sephiroth has taken a fair bit of damage. 1, 2. Not enough. And Sephiroth did not have resiliency at that point. And I need to point out, oh, knee strike. Golden still has life. He still has the opportunity. If this next knee strike hits, it could be resiliency not landing. Sephiroth with a reversal and the stomp right to the guts and putting the feet on the ropes to get leverage. No, not like this. Golden kicks out. Golden still survives, still kicks out, still lives in this fight. Popped out. No. Reverse that drop kick. Leans out of the way, but look at that big kick from Golden. Overhand strike combinations. Sephiroth on wobbly legs puts him down and lifts him right back up. Golden so not really that close to a signature, but above that halfway mark. If a couple of big moves hit, he could be right into signature territory, but he honestly might be in stunning territory on Sephiroth. 1 more hit. Come on, Golden. Come on, no. Not the case, but reversal right back. Golden is still... I was gonna say is in striking territory, but this is dangerous. Because at this point, it's usually in trading blows where you often see both superstars get up to like a finisher or a signature level. Because right now, Sephiroth is maybe 1 more hit away from a finisher. Golden now has found himself to a signature. And neither of them are giving up a single blow. Come on, nobody's gonna block anything. Nobody's blocking anything. Nobody. They're just eating every shot. Left and right. Come on. You got to get on top of this. You got to get on top of this. Who's going to come out on top? No. Up and over. And drops Golden. We saw this a moment ago. Not going for the one-winged angel. Instead went for those double knees on a kneeling Golden. Golden still standing though. And more importantly, Sephiroth does not have resiliency built up anymore because the signature did just fail. A reversal right back from Golden. Now from behind, Sephiroth very close to being stunned, but turned around and reversed the one-winged angel. Golden still has life, and more importantly, Sephiroth is now stunned. Did he get him? Did he get him? 1, come on. 2, come on. You had to believe, if not for a moment, that Golden had Sephiroth there, that Golden had Sephiroth's number. He's climbing up top. Shooting, ooh, shooting star doesn't land, but a drop kick right to the throat of Golden does. Sephiroth running on the ropes, double, ooh, no, knee doesn't land. Knee doesn't land, he's holding up that knee, come on. Sephiroth is beatable, leans out of the way though. And we saw him do this a second ago. And this time the signature does land, but Sephiroth is so beat. Golden's feet, I think, are under the ropes. If he hooks the leg, though, his foot is now no longer under the ropes. Sephiroth exhausted, and Golden is beat. This was a crazy back and forth between these two gentlemen. But let's not forget about Majima coming in and putting his hands on Golden's mask. It didn't look like he was going for the finisher. It looked like he was trying to tear the mask off Golden. And I don't even know why. He is in the main event. Mans is in the main event, but we do need to give Golden credit. This is a man who wore Sephiroth down so much that he had to crawl into the pinfall. 1, 2, 3 was able to get the job done. He made Sephiroth bleed. He showed that this man is beatable. Made him bleed his own blood. But tonight, he bleeds in victory. Sephiroth moves on and will face Majima or Majima's opponent at the end. Or I guess in these semifinals. Which will be next week, I suppose. So, bring me back. Give me a little watch out, y'all. No, give me the stars. As we move on, one match is done. Sephiroth is here and is potentially 2 matches away from facing Gin at Scars and Stripes, which is not something that I want to think about, actually. That sounds not great. But it is what it is. We move on to another match. We move on to something that will likely be a little bit more uplifting. It is Amy Rose versus Haru. They had a little moment in the Gauntlet Eliminator not too long ago. It was Pink aiding Pink, then Pink versus Pink, and now it is properly Pink versus Pink as the stars. Go black. Do you hear that song? Ladies and gentlemen, Amy Rose is here. Now, Amy is fighting March 7th at the Fracture Anniversary, which is, to say the least, a little scary, isn't it? It is a little frightening. It is very much not so good, but we'll see how it all plays out here tonight. Amy is going to be fighting Haru, which should be, I was going to say, which should be an easy cakewalk for her. That being said, Haru has been doing some training, and I will admit has been being better and better in the ring. How is that going to translate into a woman who is eyeing the Fight Forever title? And I'm so admittedly proud of Haru. A lot of people who were in Haru's position would just take a break from wrestling, would take a reprieve. They would say, you know what? Maybe I don't want to do this so much anymore. She was held above the railing in a terrifying position by Sakura the Ogre Ogami. Could have had her career ended. Heck, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, could have had her life ended. But instead, she still fights on. She still claps, admittedly. And she is here to bring smiles to the faces of the audience and have fun. She represents the black sheep. Except maybe Neo, not Neo so much. That being said, Neo and Ruby probably is going to happen at the Fracture Anniversary show as well, since those two still refuse to get their, well, Ruby's okay with it. Neo not so much for getting that therapy. We're going to have some one-on-one in-ring therapy as they face off. Haru versus Amy Rose. Haru's sticking Amy deep into the corner. Referee trying to separate them. As Amy immediately right afterwards says, no, you can stay down. You can go down real quick. Suplex position. Sending Amy's back right into the mat. Up and, went for a leg drop, nobody home. Amy Rose, and here's the thing about Haru. We know good and well Haru has got no resiliency, but she's got a couple of skills. She can use the audience to fire herself up. She can get some adrenaline in her soul. And some people say that's almost as good as resiliency. I say, well, no, resilience is a guaranteed kick out. Haru still has to fight. We'll see if she can bring the fight to Amy tonight. Let me tell you. Hold on a minute, a little arm bar trying to weaken that back fist. Not a terrible decision, had her in there for not too long, but just for a second. It doesn't take too long to break an arm, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, or pull a ligament, as these two now grappling. And look at this, Haru is now the one who's being held by her arm, but the same arm now, Haru has almost a standing Kimura lock. But reverse right back. Arm behind the back of Haru, now yanking it back even further. You can hear Haru just grunting in pain. Not what you want to hear if you're a Haru fan, but a couple of shots right in the big ol' eyes of Amy Rose. As they go right back to grappling. Haru able to push Amy towards the ropes. Haru has been improving every time we've seen her in the ring. She is still just a little horsey. But reversing right back, she's a horsey who's not going to give up. Sneaking into a pinfall, bridging into it. One, not even. Amy rolls out of the ring. Here's the thing. If Amy's not able to beat Haru tonight, imagine. You got to imagine that she's got to think to herself that she's not going to be ready for March 7th in just a couple weeks' time. Or maybe it's more along the lines of Haru. Maybe she should face him March 7th to keep it a buck with you. I doubt that'll go down, but she might have a claim to say, hey, I beat your challenger. I think I should challenge for that title at some point in the future. Especially imagine if Amy does beat March. Oh my gosh, that was about to be a back fist. You saw it? You saw it. The hand was like, oh, I'm ready. Right to the back of the neck. Amy with the reversal. Amy fought hard to win that gauntlet eliminator. Haru tossed under the bottom rope as Amy stepping in and looking to take down the little horsey. A shot to the back. Stood back up. And sent back of the neck back again. I will say so far in terms of vitality, in terms of building up moves, Haru is exhibiting a whole lot of grit, a whole lot of determination, and a whole lot of improvement. Off the ropes on one knee, drop kick, however sent down. Amy calling for Haru to get up. Don't look now, little horsey. Went for another back fist, but instead reversal by Haru, reversal right back by Amy, and back and chopping and kicking, and almost has that signature bar filled up. Haru, however, had to use some to get Amy into the corner, to get Amy off of her back. Taking a step back, shoulder tackle into the corner. Amy's got the gloves on the foot, but is unable to push the foot away. That is fair. You got to think about who you're dealing with. That's a horse with some strong legs. That's 1, 2. Kick out. Kick out at 2. We said it was Pink versus Pink, and oh, leg drop does not land, and Amy rolls out of the ring saying, okay, that's my time. That's my time to be, and I'll tell you what, Haru, that was not your time to taunt. Amy snuck up right behind you and said, okay. Taunting like that, that's not gonna work. Turns around. March 7th likely watching this matchup very closely. Amy wanted a little fight, wanted a little reprieve, saying, hey, I'll beat this horse real quick and it'll be easy peasy lemon squeezy, but I'm gonna tell you what, it has not quite been easy peasy lemon squeezy. Haru has done a fair bit of damage to Amy and reversed the finisher, trying to go off the ropes. And reverse that as well, does go off the rope this time, but lands hard and gets stunned. That is our loser horse, and what a loser move that was. All respect though, all respect, all respect. Reversal right back again. And knee strike, hold on a minute. Knee strike and gets fired up from the audience right afterwards, goes for the pinfall. This, you don't think. Y'all, it is anybody's match. I think Amy may have thought she was walking to a free win, but this loser horse, you know, I am going to keep it a buck with you. Haru hasn't been in that many matches, but I don't think Haru has been in more than, I think Haru's maybe only been in one-on-one match, if I remember correctly, and she won. And she might do it again. German suplex. German suplex. Wrenching at that arm. And getting dragged over to the corner head first into the turnbuckle. Middle rope. No, not middle rope. Going top rope right afterwards. Ooh, reverse. Turned around and 1, 2. I was going to say, I got to point out, that really could have been the end of the match. This is Haru we're talking about. Was that the eye poke of doom? She might be super doomed. Dropped. And just like that, Amy's worked herself all the way back up to a signature officially right now. Haru has to roll out. Remember, Haru doesn't have resiliency, so Amy's already like there. Oh, not quite there. But resiliency that was getting used. Wait a minute. That's almost shades of Ogami. Chops the arm away. Caught her in mid-air, my gosh, and drops her on the knee. But Haru's still fighting back, takes that arm and reverses. Hold on a minute. Stomp in the midsection. Haru is adrenalined up. Amy's busted and is going to have to do some work, I think, to win this matchup. Count of 5. Last time, Kiss from a Rose did not land. Pushed into the ropes. Plucks the face. And a knee strike. Oh my gosh, that wasn't Kiss from a Rose, but it sure left her seeing grayscale, not for nothing. Haru, it may be the end of your journey. Oh my gosh, you reverse Kiss from a Rose again. And kicks out. Amy kicks out. You are going to need that kind of, and reversal of finisher there. Low drop kick doesn't land, though. Stomps on the ankle. Amy's going to need that kind of resiliency, that kind of kick out ability. Look at this. Oh, no! Put her everything into that clothesline. Dragging her to the ropes. And again reverses the finisher. Low drop kick. Amy still has hope in this fight. I thought it was over, but right now Haru's putting up the fight of a lifetime. Yanking that arm back. And dropping it. Right dead in the, not in the center of the ring quite. And a kiss from a rose. She reversed, and she reversed every single kiss from a rose in this entire match. Oh, reversed the backhand too? Dude! Ran into her, crossbody, into the pin, keeping the damage of the shoulders on the mat. Yo. Haru just beat March 7th, one-on-one. No, I'm sorry, not March 7th, that'd be crazy. That's crazy, that's a completely different level. She just beat Amy Rose one-on-one. I think Haru might just suck at tag team action. Because remember, she fought Shingo Lamingo one-on-one too in a match where it was like, okay, well the loser horse is about to lose, you know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you, but she got the job done. She sure enough did. Okay, wow, March is probably watching this and saying, oh, she's not ready for March 7th. Go ahead and give me the stars real quick. I will take a brief break because I am getting warm and I have no beverage right now. So I will be right back. And so now, hey, I don't know what it is with the Persona girlies. They are all out here saying, hey, we're gonna try and handle this Sakura Ogami business. And you know what? Let's see if Chie can get a step closer as the stars go. Black. I also hope at some point Arrow has attempted to do something with a repairman, contact the repairman. I haven't heard from Arrow today. And there she is. A couple of repaired girlies. It's weird, especially now saying it out loud, that essentially Hina and Sakura are doing something together here, but from my knowledge, Sakura has not even attempted to contact Arrow, has not tried to contact Arrow, is not doing anything with Arrow. Arrow has been around backstage. This is their wife, Sakura Ogami. And taking it even a step further, I maybe can understand what's going on in the head of Sakura. Not really. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. That eye is, I don't know why. It's even like more terrifying on Sakura. For everybody else, it's pretty cool. It's pretty dope. For Sakura Ogami, it's terrifying. And going up against that terrifying girl is a woman who's looking to get that aura back, to get that feeling back. With miracle kicks. She tried to do it yesterday, hit a galactic punt on Ray, but right after that match, before she could celebrate with the AEW Universe, a disgusting and despicable attack by Sakura Ogami began. Now it seems like at the very least Sakura is in leagues with Hina in some regards. However, I don't know what that means for the greater AWE universe. I don't know what that means for Arrow. I don't know what that means for the rest of the Repaired, because we still haven't really heard from the Repairman. We haven't really seen hides and likes of the Repairman. We've seen, I think we've seen Mama since. I think we've seen Skull since. We haven't seen Gozu since. But tonight is one-on-one. It's a battle of kicks. Although, more recently, it's been a battle of, like, knees with Sakura Ogami. Hina and Sakura are working almost perfectly in tandem. This past, I was gonna say 2 days ago, but it actually was just a day ago, in this regard, because we had a Saturday Inferno. Usually, when I'm in this, rebellion space, this double knees land. She really is using all the knee attacks, and it does look like the surgery scar on her knee is gone, and Sakura's doing a whole lot more jumping because of it. It's almost like Hina was like, you're gonna do some lucha. It does almost feel like Hina's like, I don't want to say puppeteering Sakura Ogami, but now that I'm thinking about it, maybe. Went for a knee strike to the guts. Chie with a nice reversal, just pushing the whole good knee away, even though right now I do truly believe they're both good knees. But now they're exchanging blows, and this is two of the best strikers, I was gonna say, in the history of the business, but I think an argument could be made for, I'm not sure, I'd have to think about it. Big chops left and right across the chest. Chie saying, come on, give me another one. Another one right to the chest, right to the face as well. And after this, we have a big fatal four-way elimination submission match. Nobody's gonna save you from tapping out, as these two evenly matched, especially this early in the brawl. Chie able to get Sakura into the corner, going for what looks like a miracle kick setup, but instead Sammy gets clothesline. Sammy gets clothesline and a steel chair in the hands of Ogami, but Chie able to knock it out of the hands. Ogami was looking to do even more damage to Chie with that steel chair, but instead Chie is like fighting for her life now that there's not an official to help in this match. And here's the thing, it does seem like Sakura is still listening to officials. That much is true. You gotta remember yesterday when Jessica was like, get out of the ring, Sakura did get out of the ring. We might just, our officials might be the weakness to Sakura Ogami. To keep it a buck with you, knee strike, however, just destroys Chie. Forearm strikes right to the face of Chie. German suplex right on the back of the head, and now Chie is in dire straits. Off the ropes, knee, oh my gosh, that wasn't even the knee, it might have just been the shin right across the forehead of Chie. She had just made, hey, oh no, she missed that kick, but she caught it on the way back. We saw this past Friday, she catches you, and then she said, right there, puts the whole sole of her foot right across the face. With a reckless abandon, although she does keep going over here to be like, oh yeah, let me get diving. She never does any diving from here, so I don't know what she's thinking here. I think she just likes to taunt from there. And Sakura, she ain't doing anything from the ropes right now. Stepping back in, tried to roll the feet, and a galactic punt right across the face of Ogami. No resiliency. But I'll tell you what, this Sakura is, it feels like sturdier than ever. I don't think this is gonna be it. 1, 2, kick out. Even though there was no resiliency, I truly believed Chie's got an uphill battle still. Ugh! Spinning back elbow and now going after the knee. Are they wearing like matching skirts almost? Almost. Chie's is cooler, nicer. All around better, personally, you know. I think her style is better than Sakura Ogami, that's just me. I've always been a fan of that green jacket. Reversal. Into the corner. No finishers on the ready. I think actually she wasn't able to hit the miracle kicks. Ray is the one who hit the miracle kicks on Chie instead. As Sakura, oh no, hits the good knee right across the temple of Chie, and that's likely gonna be resiliency. Is it? Maybe not. 1, maybe not. 2, maybe not. Satonaka is not looking good. Oh! That almost looked like a punt kick, but directly with the knee, and now cheating with the ropes. And that's exactly how Sakura lost to Mr. Tenna. Used the ropes and her body weight to keep Chie down. No, hold on. What are these two doing? Hey, they tried to use the chair before. Hino just pushing her on. Come on, this ain't you. No, no. Okay, well maybe our officials aren't quite the the weakness for Sakura Ogami. Come on, you already beat her. You beat her, and you cheated twice. This is not the Sakura Ogami we know. And Hina saying, "I'm with you. Let's do this together." This has got to be a nightmare for Arrow to watch as these two work together to torment the AWE locker room. Why Sakura? Why? I digress. Bring me back. That was, and here's the thing. With Hina by her side, that may have been the best we've seen Sakura since the repairing. That ain't good. That ain't good. That's not good. We might need to keep them separated. I think we need to keep them separated. I think they need to not be together. Personally, I think they need to not be together. That being said, I think it's time we find out who Bernice got for this Extreme Rules submission match. Anything goes. They can even use weapons with submissions if they find it to be suitable. Let's find out as the stars go. Black. This might be the longest match of the night. Easily the longest match of the night. But out first, she is the Flame Tribe submission specialist. She is a submission magician, for lack of better terms. Steel chair in hand. Hey, and I'll tell you what, if she's got it in hand in that match, she might be using it to break your arm and your hand by putting it in a submission hold, a little arm bar through the chair. We'll see if that happens. She wants to bring back submission wrestling. She looks to make this not just the match of the night, but one of the greatest matches of the year. That's what Yukiko told me. I don't know how well that's gonna work, but more power to her. This is a woman who believes in submission. She believes in that Amagi lock. Is she gonna be able to use it to claim victory here tonight? Here's the thing. She doesn't know her opponents. I don't know her opponents. I've been told some of the AWE universe doesn't even know her opponents. As in they may have not either not competed here, have not competed in a long time, or have come back from a brief hiatus. That's all I know according to my general managers and to Bernice. But let's see who is here. Unknown. No way. This is a woman who was inexplicably at the top of the AWE power rankings for over a month without even having a match. Cole is here. Well, I'll be, ladies and gentlemen, Cole. Welcome, maybe even welcome back to the AWE. I'm not sure if there's a one-time appearance, but we'll see what she's going to be able to do here. I don't know if she's really known for being a submission specialist. I know she's known for hitting a striking move or two, but we'll see if she's able to put anybody away. Make them tap out here tonight. That's one. Who's number two? Somebody with a kendo stick, red hair. Urza Scarlet sounds familiar. I think people have dressed up as her for Halloween in the past. Brawloween, rather. Is this the genuine article? I think it might be. I don't know if she's ever competed here before. I think her mom competed here before. On Mother's Day, is that correct? I guess we're about to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, from Fairy Tail, Urza Scarlet is live at Rebellion tonight. And third? That's a big surprise. Oh, baby. We have not seen her since Assassin's Web lost the championships, I don't believe. A real mama. A true mother. Someone I would enjoy calling, let me stop. Your is here. And speaking of, this is a mother. Father's Day is coming up, and that Rebellion will be a Father's Day special. We will have the daddies in a Father's Day tournament to see who, along with Ava, who got a championship opportunity with that United World Championship, which of the fathers will have that same opportunity to take down Peko and the Yakuza. Yukiko. Kole. Interesting set of 4 with Urza and Yor. Jessica calling this one, and I am excited to see how this thing plays out. It is true submission only rules. Nobody has tapped out since Ticket to Paradise. We have seen a tap out. Oh my gosh, Jessica almost got caught with that. We have seen a tap out in the AW universe since Ticket to Paradise. However, it was not a match where the tap outs counted. Unfortunately enough, that being said, a stomp right to the mix section. It was in a casket match, I believe. Reversal. A shot right to the face. Kole can't reverse right now, and right now she is getting battered by every single opponent in this ring. Urza Scarlet taking Yor to the corner. And Yor depositing Scarlet on the outside. And I need to point out, this is falls count anywhere, submissions count anywhere. Yukiko said, if we're doing this, we're doing it my way. I am not going to get cheated out of a victory again. Yikes. By having somebody just not tap out inside the ring while tapping out outside the ring. She said, anywhere goes. Let's see it all play out. And apparently we're going to see thumbtacks play out because they are all over the ring canvas. Oh no. Oh lord. Tossed back into the ring, and Kole tossed out of the ring. Oh my gosh, you can go. Chill, stop. Goodness gracious, stop, girl. Your big kicks. Off of the, oh, tried to go for that. She would have landed it, actually. She got the distance. You can go outside the ring. There is no safety outside the ring. I have to reiterate that. She could have, she said cry about it. She said, where? And a senton doesn't land. Urza stood back up. And actually on the outside, hold on a minute. Armbar. Jessica had to look at it real quick, but I think Yukiko got out of it as soon as, not as soon as possible. That actually lasted for a little bit longer. Almost like the girls are selling submissions a little bit better. Tossing the steel barricade. Everyone's feeling a little bit of damage. Kole feeling just barely the most of it. Even Jessica has to get out of the ring to see what else is going on in this matchup. Dropped midsection first onto, oh my gosh, onto the steel barricade. And now busted open, I think was it Yor who got busted open? I'm not entirely sure. Oh my gosh, nasty landing for Kole. And Scarlet goes flying like a red flash. Outside the ring, oh my gosh. Triangle hold, Kole gasping for breath. But able to lift up Yukiko, and power bombs are down. I was gonna say it's still really early in this matchup. No submissions are gonna do it here, but I do appreciate them going for it over and over again early As Yor, oh my gosh, they were going for submission left and right outside the ring, for real, for real. Jessica's like, hold on, I gotta get a good eye on this one, gotta get some eyes. Reversal. And dropped. Couple more shots. Oh, no, no, not into the thumbtacks. Okay, actually, you arm dragged her out of the thumbtacks. What a nice lead. Yor just assassinated herself. And a nasty takedown outside of the ring by Yukiko. And it looks like the assassin and the submission magician are about to meet. Ooh, no. We're about to meet there. Is that Janice? Hey, Yor, thank you. You actually saved everyone from Janice. And now Cole's saying, I can be extreme too. Just look, guys. Inside the ring, there's now a bunch of... Thumbtacks all over. Cole getting lifted up and slammed down. Yor still bloodied, blood dripping from her face. As Yukiko throws up a knee. Amagi with a double underhook. Suplex. I think it was actually a double underhook butterfly suplexes. These two, Cole and Yukiko, have been kind of going crazy. Code breaker. Punch right in the face, and what is this? Hold on, broken up. Ooh, no, broken it. Broken down with Janice. Urza does not have a finisher yet. Still needs about one more hit to get one. I think she just got it. Both of these ladies now in danger. Cole on the outside saying, okay, I'll be fine. A-okay. Went for that knee strike. Cole from behind. Into everyone reversing right there. And I think reversal right back. Cole's busted open now as well. And outside the ring, Amagi locked in. Urza gasping for breath. It's in there for a while. She might tap out. Dude. She got out of it. But that's a long time that submission was held in. I do have to point out, Urza does still have a fair amount of vitality in terms of the total bar. And in terms of, I think, the arms and the neck are what that submission targets. So her arms were feeling just fine, but I do need to point out she was in there for a while. That's the longest we've seen anybody in a submission hold for in a long time. When she... And a code breaker by Yor. Went for a strike there. And instead, Urza just runs through. Yor rolled through and a double stomp on the outside. Now, I think that's a steel-plated armor. I was gonna say, I don't know if that's cheating, but I guess we allowed Gatekeeper to do it. Cole with a nice sliding tackle. This is a World Cup, she might get a red card or a yellow card for that one. It was not clean. Did not cleanly hit the ball. Instead, gets dropped onto the ladder. And an arm bar on the Urza. Yukiko trying to weaken those arms. And these submissions are getting held in for a fair bit longer than we're usually used to seeing them. Oh, Cole, you're not gonna go out up and no, Cole, I know it's your first match in a long time. There's really no need. Yeah. Don't do no, Cole. You were good. You still don't need to do what you're doing. Oh, Senton! Yor just got rocked, and now we're seeing everyone really start to get broken down and beaten down. We're starting to see vitality, that total vitality bar, start to dwindle bit by bit. You can go toss to the outside. Cole following suit. There's still thumbtacks all in the body of Yor. I think she's really the only person who's taken that much damage from those thumbtacks. So luckily, no other like crazy weapons outside the ladder have been brought in. Janice was used on the left side of the ring, but this has truly been an extreme version of a submissions-only match. And turned around, and she's saying, hey, Yor, let me get you to Amagi lock is locked in deep this time on Yor. Is she gonna tap out? She burns. Yor burns resiliency to the Amagi lock, the first person in this matchup to burn. Popped up. Yukiko said she's bringing back submission. She's bringing back submission-based wrestling. She's bringing back all the chain grappling. She's bringing everything that she loves about professional wrestling back, and a big breakup And I want to point out, if Yor gets caught in that Amagi lock again, it might be game over, but ew! That's, I think, the second code breaker that has been hit on Yuri by Yor. Jumped over the spear by Scarlet. As Urza's getting tossed over towards Jessica and into the steel plate on the top of that announcer's table. Kole trying to make her mark known in this matchup as well, realizing Yukiko's the biggest threat. If she can get Yukiko to burn resiliency, that Amagi lock. Oh! Hey, Yukiko's not hitting spears, but that like, and she's styling on her. That quick shoulder tackle, Yor might be out. It's in deep. She's struggling. Yor just tapped out to the Amagi lock. Axe kick to the back of the neck and an axe kick right back again. Big kicks. Yor got put in that Amagi lock not once but twice. Burn resiliency the first time. The second time, she was like, okay, I gotta tap. It's all over. When Yukiko said she's bringing back submission-based wrestling, she's putting some extra stank on that Amagi lock. She's cranking that thing way back. But Kole not looking to give up. Never in her life. I mean, I'll take it back. I'll take it back. A couple times, many times in her life, I'm sure she was looking to give up. But she stayed strong through all of the things that she has been through. But look on the outside, dropped. Impaler DDT and a spear to Kole. Scarlet maybe looking to finish off everyone's favorite Force Ranger. As up and down goes Yukiko. There's the thing, Scarlet is not a submission specialist. Scarlet, at this juncture, to my knowledge, is a striker and a powerful one at that. Stood up, looking on, and flying over at Yukiko. And I thought was going for another spear, but look at that counter and dropped onto the face and arm. Kole's got a plan, she's got a strategy. And it's to weaken that arm even further, ripping back that arm. But look at that, the power of Scarlet. The power of Scarlet Urza. Clotheslining. Oh, Kole, but a steel chair right to the head. Right to the face. Telling Kole to cry about it, which is so rude. But I think she was going for another Amagi lock. I think she was looking for it on Kole, popped up, and sent down, Blue Thunder-esque, and a back elbow sending Scarlet down too. Urza might be Yukiko's next victim. She might make everybody tap out to that Amagi lock. Whip the hair back up, but no, look at that reversal by Scarlet. Urza tossing Yukiko down, but Kole catching that fist. And now it's Scarlet who's catching those hands. Let's go, Kole. Fighting on and fighting true. Look at all the blood that is painting the ring mat. I think at this point it is mostly, I think it's mostly Kole's, but I think a little bit might be Urza's as well. I'm not sure if Yukiko's busted open yet, but she has taken two major code breakers from Yor. So I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. If anyone goes for a head submission on Yukiko, she might be in danger. Spear. And if anyone goes for a body submission on Kole, she's about to be out of it too. I don't think Scarlet has gone for pretty much any submission this entire match though. Stomping on the arms. Still telling Kole to cry about it. Rude, Yukiko, but you know what it is. And again, that Impaler DDT lands. But has to pay attention behind her. Didn't have to. Hit the reversal. Urza back in full control. Kole able to stop herself before running into Yukiko, but again reversing right back. And a spear again to, oh, Yukiko might be in danger. She might be in trouble. And this is the first time I think that Urza Scarlet has ever competed in the AWE, and right now she is making a mincemeat. If this is a regular pinfall matchup, this is the first time. First time she's going for a submission, and I already pointed out. Yukiko has been code broken twice. It's in deep. Oh, I thought she tapped. Oh, I thought she tapped for a second. It's still. She lived. Oh, man, she lived. Oh, man, she lived. I thought she was about to burn for sure. I thought she was about to burn for sure. Stomped on the back of the head. I think if that had been a submission that went for the body, because while Yukiko did take those two code breakers, hey, Yukiko, Your celebrations are gonna get you in trouble. I think she's too hyped. She's on the high of getting a submission, someone tapping out to her. I thought she was gonna hit another spear. That's shades of Rinka's friend Yukiko, not for nothing. I'm sorry, shades of Yukiko's friend Rinka. With those spears that Urza's hitting, but look at this. Tilt-a-whirl into an armbar. Goodness gracious, perfect transition. And does burn resiliency. Scrappy Cole with that beautiful transition into an armbar. This is submission wrestling. DDT. And now Cole saying, I've got it too. Looks over at Scarlet. Urza almost got hit with those knees. Cole is struggling back up afterwards. I was going to say they might want to focus on the legs after that happened. Might be able to weaken them quickly. As Yukiko from behind still saying, where? Oh no, Cole doesn't have resiliency. Cole doesn't have resiliency built up. She's going to have to survive. She didn't. At the right time. At the perfect time. Oh, a spear! I was gonna say the perfect time. Cole got hit with that Amagi lock. If she still had resiliency, it would have been all but over, but now a steel chair in the hands. What is Urza thinking here? Wait a minute, broken up. Back elbow. Urza with a head injury. And Yukiko, big kicks, 1, 2, and 3. Stood back up again. And big kicks by Yukiko. Look at this, goodness gracious. Up, down, and back kick. Yikes. Yanking that arm again, making sure that that arm is pristine for that Amagi lock to be breaking her down. Urza can reverse now, and does. Urza saved herself in this entire matchup with what just transpired. Turned her around. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. We talked about all the spears that have been hit. Yukiko might have to tap out here. She doesn't have resiliency. The Amagi lock didn't just do it one time. It didn't just do it 2 times. It couldn't do it a 3rd time. She was setting up for all 3 eliminations when at the last second reversal into it looked like almost a half clover leaf. And we talked about it the entire time. Urza is not a submission specialist, but is a powerhouse. This was a crude submission on top of the steel chair saying, nope, you're gonna tap out to this one. Urza Scarlet. As I said again, not a submission specialist, is a powerhouse, is a striker. But tonight, what a crazy crop. Tonight, she takes the victory and wins. Just straight up wins. Oh, goodness gracious. Hey, give me that, give me the stars real quick, okay? That, ladies and gentlemen, I have to admit, it felt like submission wrestling was back. I don't know how Yukiko's gonna respond to losing that match, but they get 2 eliminations, so she can't be too mad about it. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I think she might want to fight Urza though, so we might see those 2 running back at full health as we move on with our night to our main event. Majima's got 1 task ahead of him. Defeat his challenger and move on in the tournament. But he couldn't keep his grubby mitts off of the one and only Golden. Let's see what happens in our main event. 1-on-1, it's Majima, it's a mystery as the stars go black. I'm excited to see who's the last person. This should be interesting though, you know what I mean? Mainly because the Yakuza have been, broadly okay. I actually really enjoyed that submission match. It was false count anywhere, so it felt like it was going, quicker than I expected, but like, I'm glad that they were selling their submissions. Yukiko won, and you know what? Burnie might be on a roll. She might really be... she might be the savior for the Flame Tribe. They're all about to be on our side, for real, for real. Good. I'm very pleased. Good job. I really want to just talk about everything that happened prior in the show, because Majima, I don't want to say doesn't deserve my time. I like the Yakuza, but Majima is... I feel like he's taking things a little too far against these luchadors. As somebody who has a son who really loves a luchador, is a big fan of Roll Yatta, I think... Oh... Kaito Momota has returned. Ladies and gentlemen, the master of the moon landing and the other side, Kaito's back. We haven't seen Kaito since that qualifier inside Hell in a Cell for the Fight Forever Championship. Tonight, Kaito versus Gin actually might be a pretty fantastic match. If it's anything in comparison to the match that was once Kaito versus Ryoma, I could see them putting on a pretty fantastic banger like that as well. Anything to keep Majima away from Gin, because he kind of wears a half mask, to be honest. I know it's not a luchador mask. I don't know how many masks he has a problem with. Does Majima have a problem with like a face mask? Was he anti-mask during COVID? Should we really be frowning upon Mr. Goro Majima? I'm unsure. Those questions are yet to be answered, but the answer that we did get is Kaito is back, and he is looking towards Gin and the AWE Championship. This is our last of the quarterfinals. The winner of this matchup will go up against Sephiroth. And that winner, if it stays at that speed, is going to be Kaito Momota, right now driving that foot into the midsection of Majima. That kick to the head. And out, ooh, almost, was that a spear? Was it a spear? It looked like he clotheslined his midsection, better than like hugging his midsection, like he's like, oh. It wasn't a Jey Uso spear, but I wasn't sure what it was. Majima, we're going to talk about that. Clothesline. And off the ropes, Kaito, what is he thinking here? Calling for Majima to get up. We know Kaito, he noodle flying when he wants to. Off the ropes and a drop kick right to the eye patch, low-key. He could never see it coming. Missing that elbow drop. Majima now fighting back. It would be, can you imagine if Majima, who put his hands on Golden during his match, goodness gracious, doesn't win this match? I'm sure Golden backstage, likely in medical, just to get checked on after what just transpired earlier tonight, is probably fuming with Majima. And look, ECP, despicable what he tried to do. Roll Yacht, I hope he doesn't do anything to him, because, you know, Roll Yacht, we don't want to see his career be tarnished before it's even really truly began. But Golden, a proven commodity, someone who's proven he's got good heart and the best interest for the AWE. Trying to pull off his mask is like a cardinal sin. And that's exactly what Majima came in. He had a finisher. He didn't try and use it. He just grabbed Golden by the head, by the mask, and tried to rip it off. And you got to imagine that messed with the psyche of Golden during that matchup. Nothing's messing with the psyche of Majima right now. He's saying, man, I couldn't be more on top of the world now that there are no luchadors left in the brackets. Majima saying he's gonna ride. Oh, goodness gracious, he even hit one of these. He's gonna ride his way to the finale, is likely what he's thinking. Tonight, he goes up against a world champion and a proven commodity in Kaito Momota. Is he the longest reigning AWE champion? For the men's side, I think he still is. I believe he still is. That being said, Gin's kind of on his way, isn't he? I could pull that up right now. Here, let's explore a little bit. Kaito Momota, his second reign was 287 days. Gin, at this point in time today, I believe technically is at 169 nights. He would have to really survive the summer and go on a smidgen longer, I believe. Yeah, for a smidgen longer to make his way all the way back. Hey, I'll tell you what countouts do count here. We're at a count of 8. Wait a minute. Count of Jessica taking her sweet time on 9. And Majima, is he back in? He is back in. Lamau, but Kaito took a step down and knocked Majima off his balance and now pushed into the ropes. What does Majima think? He does have a signature. He might be on the verge of using it, and he did. And he did. That's 1. That's 2. Is it resilience from Kaito? It's not. Of course, certainly it is not. Standing him back up, though, ladies and gentlemen. Kick to the guts. And dropping Kaito right on his dome. Pushes him. Ooh, his arm very close to being under the ropes. That's 1. That's 2. He burns. If that were me, personally, I'd just reach my hand up there and grab that rope. That's what I would do. Big kicks. Kaito trying to fight his way back. He's also very close to having a finisher himself, and he does have one. If he used the comeback right now, I'll tell you what, he could have the not the victory, but maybe burning resiliency on Majima, tossed in the corner. Nobody home. Kaito in danger. Up on the shoulders of Majima. Is Majima about to beat a AWE World Champion, the longest AWE champion in the history of that title lineage? Hold on to that throat. Come on, Majima. Come on. There ain't no need for that. There's literally no need as they spill to the outside again. This thing already almost ended by count. Keep it in the ring, boys. Come on. Keep it in the ring. The last match spent plenty of time outside the ring. In fact, I think all the falls happened outside of the ring. Rolled out. And, ooh, what is this? Dropped him on the knee. Kaito steps, no, doesn't step back in. He's going higher. You don't think that he's trying to hit the, I thought he might have been thinking moon landing outside the ring, but Majima was back up. Scoop slam. Standard scoop slam, begging for Kaito to go up now. Majima showcasing what he can do, double axe from on top of the barricades. They're going, the wrestlers are going on the barricades a lot more often. They must be getting confident in their sure footing. As Kaito, again, toss him into the steel steps. Oh my gosh. All those steel steps actually just collided, and Kaito goes in just to break the count to continue taking the fight to Majima. And you know, maybe it's Kaito who has been on the wrong side of history before, saying, what you did to Golden tonight, despicable. I'm gonna make sure that you don't make it further in this bracket and tarnish and have the chance to potentially tarnish the AWE championship. Tossed into. Oh my gosh. Oh no, Kaito. Oh, Kaito might be cooked. Especially if one more move hits, he might be cooked. Tossed in, able to get the reversal. Oh, Kaito may have saved himself. Jumps off. Ooh. Takes out Jessica too. That drop kick so powerful, it took out Kaito, it took out Majima, and it took out Jessica, lifting Majima back up. Pushes him into the ropes, scrubs the face with his forearm, and a shot to the back. 2 back shots, and two hits to the spine. Is what I will be saying. Instead, Kaito getting lifted up. Jessica starting to get up to her feet. Kaito able to get out of that move. Shot right to the fantastic tattoo on the back. But Majima sending Kaito back in the corner. And this might be the end of the match. Perfectly what Majima wanted, as Kaito is downed. And Majima moves. Slow count. Oh my gosh. Slow count Pele kick. Kaito still has life because of that slow count, and he's going top rope. We know what this may mean. It's the moon landing, and he gets all of it. Majima doesn't have resiliency. He doesn't have it built up. 1, 2. Majima gets the shoulder up. In what could have been the end of this matchup, but I need to point out Kaito almost has another finisher built up. If he hits this springboard maneuver, Majima is in dire straits. Drop kick. He's in danger. Majima trips the leg up. Needs to hit something big to put Kaito away, but again, Kaito able to sneak from behind. This is what I'm talking about. Majima again doesn't have resiliency because he used it to get back up. Try to go for the scoop slam, try to set up for that moon landing. Majima still up and alert on his feet, pushing Kaito into the ropes. Gut shot. And what else does he have planned here? Tossing him into Jessica and a clothesline right to the throat. Can't breathe, can't fight. It's something we say very often here in the AWE. That's why you target the ribs, that's why you target the throat, the nose. As Majima's so close again from having that destroyer elbow right again across the throat, and he may be looking to end Kaito here tonight. It's over if Kaito doesn't duck out of the way. As a blade of his own lands. 1, 2. That is all she wrote. Majima has his cake and eats it too. Next week, it will be Goro Majima going one-on-one with Sephiroth. This man, one of the dirtiest players in AWE, may be fighting again at Scars and Stripes. Keep that locked in your mind, because that may be the truth of this situation. Kaito put up a good fight, hit a moon landing for a near fall. But at the end, with a blade of his own, not an unsheathed blade like Peko, but a blade of his own that, I'll tell you what, is gonna hurt just as bad. Former United World Champion, maybe AWE Champion come July. Let's see how this thing plays out next Sunday. And that is Rebellion. Shall we? I believe we must. Because Kaito returned, but Majima said, "This is my night," after he interfered in the first match, grabbing the Mask of Golden to make sure that to make sure not that Sephiroth won, but to make sure that Golden lost. My gosh. And here's the thing, Golden could have won that match. Golden was doing fantastic in that match until Majima showed up, and then it started to turn things back around in the favor of Sephiroth. Was Majima too afraid to fight a luchador on his own after losing to one this past Friday? Or maybe it was the rage of you losing to Roll Yacht that made him say no luchadors are going to go onward. This was Golden's opportunity to have a championship going into AV Mania, and you got to imagine that's going to frustrate the heck out of that man. But it's all Majima's doing. Urza Scarlet. After Yukiko made your tap out quick, hit a nice little counter to make sure Kole tapped out while she didn't have resiliency. Saw the powerhouse simply overpower Yukiko in the last inning. Submission wrestling is back, baby. Sakura Ogami cheated against Chie to win this match, just like Tina got the feet on the ropes to beat her. Guided by Hina, they attacked Chie with a chair after the match. She will be in medical. It didn't look like it was too bad, but it did look like it was very aggressive. Haru shocked the world. shocked me, shocked Amy, hey, heck, probably shocked March. And as we talked about earlier, Sephiroth will go one-on-one with Majima next week. And that is our show. I will check out our news. In her first match, injured. Ogami is a little bit of a dick. And Golden's match was interrupted by Majima as he assaulted him from behind and tried to remove his mask. Despicable and disgusting behavior from one Goro Majima. That is our show. That is AW Rebellion, and that is where we end things off for tonight. So, until next time, stars. Next week, we will hear from March 7th, just before the Fracture Anniversary show, where she will be defending that Fight Forever Championship. We will see the Ed Boys back in action, likely against the Scheme Team, because they have a little unsettled business left over. We will have our semifinals matches rather, 2 of them. Correct? Yes, that's how tournaments work. So we will have our finals at Fracture's Anniversary to see who again will be fighting 2 weeks' time, and that is our show. Now, Sage. We will be hearing from Sage next week as well, so keep your eyes peeled after that disgusting attack by her and her father on Aiba. So keep your eyes peeled for that. It's going to be a can't miss little segment for Rebellion. So until then, I'm taking off. Toodaloo Flight Crew, as always, if you see any sort of spooky, mysterious specter in a scuba uniform, call the police immediately. And by call the police, call me, call security, call not Security Junior, anyone on the security team that's left, and please, we gotta get rid of that thing, and hopefully it just doesn't show up again, actually. We haven't seen it since the attack and the money stolen. But I digress. Toodaloo Flight Crew, as always, one more time. Next week is Rebellion, and then it'll be a grand time. Thank you for watching.